fucking sick to death of fucking drawing. We are shite for fuck. Shite defending and inability to kill teams has fucking cost us again. Fleetwood all over again. Fucking fuming. Wish we could hold on to a lead. We're shite at it. Oh dear. The beginning ripples of my call out seems to be showing its ugly face on Twitter tonight. Let's get bloody real. McCall's inability to kill off a game and grind out a win will cost us this season. Feels like a loss today.
So I'm going to try and explain in graph form my theory as to why Bradford City fans, or some Bradford City fans, are still very aggrieved about this season and the fact that we're in the playoffs, especially after the Scunthorpe defeat. And I'm going to use this board here to try and explain that. I'm so sorry about the rudimentary setup and the carpet. I've just realised the carpet is hilarious. But it's the biggest thing I could find, and the graph needs to be big and detailed for me to be able to explain it. So we'll first start with our axes, which is, I hope you can see it okay. One there. One there. Now this axis here is league position. Top and bottom of the league. Okay? This here is time, the games we've played. We'll put time because we haven't quite finished yet. Top of the league, bottom of the league, start of the season, end of the season. Okay? So we, Bradford City, started really well, and we've actually been in the playoffs all season. We haven't once dropped out of the playoffs, okay? So this is like kind of a rough plotting of that. That's our line. I wish I had a clout number pen, but I don't. We've maintained the playoff spot all season. So the fans' expectation, or their enjoyment, what they're getting from the game, their reason to be critical is here, okay? Second, well, I don't think I'm saying third, fourth, fifth, all the way to the season, right? That's us. B, C, A, F, C. Hashtag. Now let's take Fleetwood's plot, okay? Fleetwood had a pretty crap start to the season. They had a rubbish autumn. And this is roughly, again, don't quote me, is their plot from what I've looked at. And I'm just simplifying it, okay? Fleetwood. FTFC. Hashtag. Fleetwood. Here. Bradford. Here. So, from a fan's point of view, Fleetwood fans had a crap start to the season. It was rubbish. They were annoyed, they had reason to whinge, okay? Their expectation at this point was kind of here, but they wanted to be up here, okay? So they're annoyed, they're peeved off. As the season goes on, they creep up, they get Uwe Rosler in, who's a brilliant manager, by the way. They signed Devante Cole, which you could argue is not a great signing, but probably turned out okay. And now they end up here, above us. So they are over the moon, because they were down here, and now they're up here. City fans have always been here, mentally. They've got nothing to compare their feelings to. So Fleetwood are comparing this feeling here to this feeling here. City fans are comparing this feeling here to this feeling here. It's exactly the same. And you're always going to strive higher, okay? So when we were about here, we were going for automatics because we've been sat here all day long. Whereas when Fleetwood at the same point, they could only dream of automatics. They never thought of automatics. And now they're on the cusp of automatics. They're in the playoffs. Fleetwood fans would be over the moon if they made the playoffs from the start they had. Whereas it seems that some City fans, I'm not saying all, because a lot of them have the positives, are very positive, but this is my understanding of why I think it is. That we're comparing to this. We're comparing to always being in the playoffs. Up and down, 4th, 5th, 6th, 4th, 4th, 3rd, 6th, all the way throughout the season. And if you think about it, it's actually bloody brilliant that we're still in those playoffs. And so we've got a very good chance, in my opinion, I think we will get the playoffs. Bolton are a similar team. You'll notice on Twitter, Bolton fans whinging at everything. People calling the Parkhead, because again, they've plateaued on this level. Like Fleetwood, Oxford, Southend, Rochdale, they're like Fleetwood. They've been creeping up the league over the months, and them fans are over the moon. They're joyous. They've got the chance of getting the playoffs. Same with Millwall. And they're loving it. They're absolutely loving it. So I think that's why it's hard that we haven't had this season, this short space of, oh, we're rubbish, we're really bad, we're so-and-so in the league. We haven't had this up and coming run. It's always been there. So I think that's the difference in why you'll see more City fans maybe more than whinging about stuff than you will see Fleetwood Town fans. Fleetwood Town fans are now over the moon. They're in ecstasy. Saying all that, I still think we're going to have the playoffs, and I'm hopeful we're going to go up. Automatics are now out. I think we can all agree on that. But we need to be positive as a fan base and take what we started here and we're going to end up here. That is unbelievable. That we can maintain that level of performance week in, week out, and not only start in the playoffs, but also end in the playoffs. And not have the stress of being down here at the start of the season and people wondering why McCall's here. I hope that made sense.